Hey team, this is Michael. I wanted to go through and show you one of the easier ways to access and update some of the teaching resources in the Writing Fellows platform. So this week we're going to send out a call for materials around discussion boards. It is one of the highest points of interaction between a writing fellow and the group of students. So we really want to start building this kind of digital archive, not only that we as current writing fellows will be able to use and grow and evolve, but also for the development of future writing fellows and the Writer Studios program. So I really appreciate your involvement and your time looking over the material as well as engaging with the material in the platform. All right, so talking about discussion boards, one of the ones that we do, I think in Eng 101 and definitely in Eng 105, is this PSA or the advocacy ad discussion board. And to me, it's one of my absolute favorite ones. I was really moved by it as a student in the course, but um, as a writing fellow, it was really interesting that I found these varying opinions on whether the model was even a male or female, whether the clothes were native or designer, whether the accessories were native or designer, what the look on the model's face was supposed to portray, all those sort of things. So I had to dig for more information from the course, and you can see I got 7 responses here that were really interesting. But um, let's say, for instance, that I wanted to submit this to the platform in order to get a little bit more feedback on how I could enhance this sort of engagement around one of the discussion boards that we use to really help launch into Project 2. So, in any sort of Google document, whether it's a Google form, Google document, Google slideshow, there's always the option to send or to get a link. So if you go here to the link and just click copy, or if you want, you can shorten the URL and then click copy. You can see that it's copied to clipboard. And then we'll go to the Writing Fellow platform and click on the teaching resources where we'll post all of our materials. So there's 4 different topics. Tips for refining practice. This isn't really a tip, it's more of a resource that I use that I want to get some feedback on. So it doesn't really make sense for this discussion board. It's definitely not about writing workshops, so we can skip over that one. It's not really a teaching resource as much as it was kind of a course specific sort of information gathering form that I wanted to use to really kind of expand the conversation on that discussion board. So for this instance, I would choose course specific collaborations. Since I'm in Eng 105, I would go ahead and click on that thread. And again, I've already started this, so what I'll do is I'll just click edit, and I went ahead and added the text, but I wanted to show you how to add the link and the actual Google document or form within your submission. So what I said is just, hi team, this is a Google form questionnaire that I created after receiving a wildly varied mix of responses to the PSA ad discussion board. I would love any feedback on ways to enhance or edit the questions and creating more dialogue around the presuppositions. So when you're posting these kind of collaborations or asking questions, be sure to be specific on what sort of aspect you're looking to enhance about your resource. So then, of course, it's important to include the link. Since I've already copied it, I can just control and paste. Here, apparently I have to do it this way. The easier thing to do too is once you highlight, you can click this hyperlink document here, paste it, click the open in new window, and we'll just call it the Google form, insert, and now it's a hyperlink. So any of my viewers can just click directly on that to go to the link. All right, to include the actual questionnaire within the thread, what you'll want to do is click on this icon that is the Insert, Edit, Embedded Media. From here, once it loads, you will again you will paste the link that you got from the Google form. And then, let me see if I can reload this. Um, Perfect. So I'm going to paste that. And then under type, I'm just going to click iframe. So you can see there's a couple of different ones if you're including videos or things like that. But this, I just want to get a screenshot. So here it is, and I'm going to click insert at the bottom right. Now, once it's actually on my page, you can see that it's pretty short here on the side. So what I'm going to want to do is to scroll down and see if I can make this a little bit larger than what it currently is, at least on the side. So if we scroll to the middle, select, and then take the arrow all the way to the edge, and then click submit. What this will do is then within that discussion board, you will have your text, you will have the link to the outside document, and when you click on this, it'll actually open a new page and not lose where you were in the discussion board, as well as access to the questionnaire within the thread. So that way, again, you get a quick overlook. From here, what you'd want to do is click the reply, and that's where we really get to start the conversation and begin to edit this document together to create something that, again, could be used for a course specific collaboration around enhancing a discussion board, but could be looked at as a way to even figure out ways to make the discussion board more of a live and interactive sort of interface. So this is just an example of one of the ways to add information and to figure out kind of which one of the sources under the teaching resources it makes sense for. So I'm going to go ahead and click submit. That one will be ready for you this week, and I look forward to seeing your resources. Thanks so much, team.